We got Dixie in our veins, Texas in our home. We got heavy metal soul that will never let go and never change who we are. Half cocked and loaded like the barrel of a gun. Been left all alone to fend for ourselves. That's why we're the bastard sons. We're the bastard sons of Texas. Dixie in our veins, the bastard sons of Texas, we never gonna change. We broke down and busted, life has sure thrown some curves.
What's up, motherfucker? It's Danny Gunter here with Hell's Half Acre. We're on episode 3. Thank you for you guys that keep coming and checking out. I know it's kind of new and still kind of getting everything figured out. But, man, I appreciate it. And for those of you that are just now joining us, maybe for the first time ever, a little bit about me. I'm typical born and raised Texan from Fort Worth. Dad was a Fort Worth cop, so kind of ran around stomping around Fort Worth for my entire life. In the oil business, I know, pretty typical Texan. Also getting into real estate, so the goal is I want to teach some of you motherfuckers about Texas and Fort Worth specifically, and you know, we'll dabble in some oil and gas stuff, we'll dabble in some real estate and just some other kind of cool basic facts, and you know, maybe we'll teach some of these Yankees a thing or two for, you know, what they're moving into. Just want to say, take a moment to just give out my thoughts for the families of Santa Fe and the fucking coward that decided he wanted to go shooting up a school. It's never okay. And just want everybody to know that we're thinking about them. And to the mothers, I know we're a little bit late, but to the mothers, thank you for that. If it wasn't for my mom's vagina, I wouldn't be able to be here talking to you guys today. So, yeah, I guess mom's the sponsor for this show. But I'm actually on my way to Lafayette, down in the heart of coon-ass country for a meeting with a client. So you get me on the road today, which, you know, cool. One of the things that we've been doing on all of our shows is just kind of talking about some of the basic rules for moving to Texas, especially for a Yankee. And as a refresher, you're a Yankee if you live, if you're from north of the Rio Grande, east of the Sabine, or north of the Red River, east of the Sabine or west of the Rio Grande. So pretty much everybody except for native Texans. So I know we're a little late in spring, but for sure one of them, tornadoes are a thing. Don't be a scared little bitch. They're gonna happen. One of the recommendations I've got is just pay attention to what your newscaster says. If he says, hey dude, it's probably time to take cover, listen to them. They know what they're talking about. Don't want to see you getting blown off. Chances are, if you don't live in a trailer park, you're probably okay, because it seems like they only tend to hit trailer parks. But don't freak out. You know, you're not going to Kansas. Tornadoes actually happen around here. Here's one we used to get back when I was in college at University of North Texas. Seems like everybody seemed to think we still rode horses all the time. No, we drive cars to work and to meetings and things like that. I'm not headed to Lafayette in a carriage right now. So we have horses, but that's not our only mode of transportation, just in case you're curious. Let's see, what else? For the most part, we're pretty friendly. Don't be a dick. You know, you're coming here for a reason. You know, don't bring your kind of asshole Brooklyn attitude to Texas, because we don't like it. And we're going to call you out on it. And with that said, my wife and I went to the Ranger game last night for, a date night. And we're playing the Yankees. And I don't know where all these fucking Yankee fans are coming from, but go back to New York. Fucking coming here and taking up the Ranger Stadium and rooting for the Yankees. It's kind of a dick move. But, yeah. Anyway. And lastly, it's probably a good one you need to learn. Probably not going to out-drink us. We're pretty good at handling our booze. So, I mean, you could try. Probably going to go down in flames. But, give it a shot. We'll have fun with it. But, figured something kind of cool to talk about today, at least briefly, especially since I'm on the road and I don't have access to all of my notes. And I'm going to be kind of winging it a little bit, is the name of the show. So I decided to name it Hell's Half Acre. Some of you may or may not know that Fort Worth was a little bit of a cowboy town back in the 1800s. And it was a pretty rough, little rowdy cowboy town in the 1800s. Well, there's a portion of Fort Worth, which is now right about where the convention center is at, that was dubiously named Hell's Half Acre, and or also known as the Bloody Third Ward. So if that gives you any kind of indication about what kind of area this place was, I mean, it wasn't your where you're going for a Sunday revival for church. But it was developed around the 1870s, and it was a rest stop for cowboys coming in off cattle drives. I don't know if you know, but Fort Worth is right alongside the Chisholm Trail that many people took driving cattle up to Kansas. And so it was heavily trafficked, right along Trinity River. But Hell's Half Acre was kind of on the southern portion of Fort Worth, so it was one of the first places these rowdy cowboys would come in off the trail. And because, you rowdy cowboys been out in the wilderness for months on end, what do you want to do? Well, you probably want to get drunk, probably want to gamble, probably want to get laid. So, that's what happened. A lot of gambling halls, a lot of saloons, brothels and whatnot. And when you get drunk and lose all your money and you don't have money to pay for pussy, you tend to want to fight. So there were a lot of fights too. And it was probably one of the most infamous, bad spots. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but probably one of the most infamous places in the Old West. We had guys, I think there was rumored that Doc Holliday came through here. Sam Bass, pretty well-known outlaw, his gang. Tons of outlaws, tons of all the frontier cowboy cops came through. I mean, it was probably a lot like what you see in the movies. It was typically only where people, just rowdy fucks, just went to go and kind of just cut loose. And now, like I said, now it's right about where the convention center is. And, I mean, you look at it now, it's pretty boring. There's like an Omni Hotel there now. Texas A&M Law School's right in that general vicinity now. Convention center. It resembles nothing at all what it used to. But there's a lot of cool history out there down around the water gardens. I definitely recommend go check it out. But, I figured that'd be a cool name for the podcast just because I kind of romanticize kind of the old cowboy times a little bit, and even the old Prohibition era gangsters, and this is kind of my personality, that little bit of in your face, kind of rough around the edges, fuck off attitude. I've said it before, you're never going to doubt what's on my mind. I'm going to tell you, and it's going to come through completely unpolished. Whether that's talking about a house that my wife or I may have listed on the real estate market, or just talking about the oil and gas business in general, or Texas, or how Yankees coming through, moving into Texas, I don't know, but probably going to be a lot of cussing. It's going to be unfiltered. You're never going to have any question what's on my mind at all. But figure also, in other news, looks like Amazon has told Arlington to fuck off. So Arlington will not be Amazon's HQ2, but apparently other portions of DFW are still in the hunt. So prepare if you're from here. If they choose somewhere around here, we're going to get another influx of Yankees from Seattle. So probably going to drive home prices up even more than they already are. I've already got friends that are selling their homes, taking the money and running, and buying another house. So it's, I don't know, it's going to be an interesting couple of years with everybody coming through. But sorry it's short. Like I said, I don't have the benefit of all my notes, and I'm going to try and work on doing a lot better about show prep and get a little bit more in depth and getting these things a little bit more interesting, you know, as far as facts and history and just some of the cool shit about Texas and Fort Worth. Plan on doing things like restaurant reviews and just cool shit going on, like Mayfest that happened earlier this month that you may or may not have been able to check out, and things like Main Street Arts Festival and stuff going on at Bass Hall, which is a performance symphony hall in downtown Fort Worth, and cool shit like that. You know, I'm always down for ideas to talk about, people to talk to, interview. So if you got anything that you want to recommend, email me, gunterpropertiestx@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Twitter at oilgypsy or on Instagram at _oilgypsy_. Help me out. Like I said, throw me a lifeline. We'll see what we want to talk about and see what's interesting. And hope you guys have a good Memorial Day weekend this weekend. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't boat and drink. Don't fucking drown. Wear a life jacket. Basically, overall, don't be a fucking douchebag. But yeah, so that's about all I got as I continue to head to the land of the coon ass and have some Cajun food for the day. And last but not least, God bless Texas, motherfuckers.